Hi, my name's Dave Young from CryptoVest.com and this is Token Talk, your weekly overview of what's new and interesting in the world of ICOs. I'll spend a few days going through the endless dross that comes in every week for new ICOs and try and find some interesting prospects that I might consider myself investing in to take a good look deeper. Now, this is just an opinion piece only, my opinion, and no paid slots, no sponsored slots. It's not financial advice. If you wish to do your own investing, you need to be doing your own research. Now, ICO is very time sensitive. You don't want to be missing the whitelist when they come out. Learn about a good prospect when it's no chance to get in on it. So if you want to be keeping up with the ICO game, you want to be subscribing. Now, this week we have the carry protocol bringing the offline data revolution. Corporate reward schemes never sounded so sexy. Now, this ICO went to pre-sale earlier this year. It was 15% bonus. It's been sitting quietly since early, I think it was April in the year. A lot of attention, a lot of people talking about it, but I think they've been delaying and waiting to see how the market goes, when would be how long they can delay it to try and get out of the bear market. Well, they've broken cover now, and they've just, within the day or so, they've opened up their Know Your Customer whitelist with a little quiz on top to make sure you know how hard it is to get in. It's going to be really profitable, get that fear of missing out moving that all the better prospects trying to promote. So these guys really come from one firm called Spocker in South Korea, successful marketing firm bridging between online marketing with corporates and bricks and mortar shops. They've got something like 10,000 tablets with their schemes and their marketing in shops. They've been quite profitable and successful in the past already. They've built up partnerships with Kakao, Facebook, Line. They've got as marketing clients. They've got Hyatt, Marriott, Nike. So they're well connected and they get this crossover money and the attention. So the overall concept in a very simplified way. Mr. X goes to a coffee shop, wants to buy a coffee from coffee seller Z. He's joined up to this carry scheme. He kind of understands what CRE tokens are. He's been sold on the idea. So he's got this carry wallet on his phone already. Goes in, buys the coffee, and the coffee seller says, well, I want to give you 10th as a promotion, but you're a first new customer, maybe 10th of your coffee price back. Or maybe he's getting really generous. He says, I'll give you a whole free coffee back. And he gives him a carry token. Now the carry token can be rebranded to be CoffeeZ token. He goes bing in his wallet on the phone. Guy looks at it, wow, got it, walks out. Then new interactions go on top of that. You can also program the token that it'll expire within a month, get him back in for his second sale. Refer your friends, give you some more credits. Let me look at some of your data, or let me put adverts out. The platform can say that and they can be like, yes, no, a whole new way of doing things. And it allows quite a personalized reaction, response, interaction. It's going to be very attractive for those bigger retailers, or any retailer at all, I think, and the interaction between the real world bricks and mortar and the online promotions. So it's really well laid out in the white paper. It's worth reading. It's great. They've thought about it. It shows that they're an experienced team and they know what they're doing. And in ways, it makes up that there's no actual real MVP in place. So you have to look at the kind of traction, or what they've got of value so far is they've got 10,000 tablets out in there. They say they can migrate the schemes onto these in existing shops. They've got a big list of existing customers they already work with. And they have a team that understands, the team that performs. And in that way, and they also have some basic code on GitHub, but wow. In that way, they're saying they can be ready to get immediate traction. So that is very attractive. Team. Well, I'm not going to go through the team. Have a quick look up on the screen now. But basically, they're the Spocker team. They've been moved across. So they're all good performers because they know what they're doing with the software, the interaction, the marketing. They're good at that. They've expanded out their team a little bit. Then you need to note here, there's no kind of real on-the-floor developers. There's no blockchain people in there. How very strange. Then we get across the advisors. The advisors are Hash being one of the big backers, a VC firm, quite well respected in South Korea. So another good sign. So yeah, getting some good interest, some good money, and some good people on board. Now, let's have a look at the overall hard cap. Now, the hard cap is $18 million. And let's link that back to why there's no blockchain people. In the white paper, it goes into detail how the scheme will lay out. It's really convincing. There's no real talk about what blockchain technology they'll use. There's no people on board. One guy on the advisors knows blockchain. I'm going to be really cynical here and say it's bullshit. The reason they say blockchain is because they want investors, or the smaller investors at the end, that favor blockchain as a service to come on board. And also, they want $18 million hard cap. In this climate, at this moment, they can get as much money as they want off the VCs, but to take $18 million on a hard cap for a dApp would seem quite adventurous. So it's a blockchain. Don't think the blockchain will ever happen. Let's put that to one side. Now, token economics, quite fair, quite well laid out. 40% going up for sale, 15% I've said on the pre-sale, some lock-in. It all kind of stacks up, apart from the hard cap. It's very fair. Right, so assessment of the business, got good money behind it, great team, big sector, big prospects, seem to know what they're doing. Very, very promising. Concerns, okay, airdrop, massive airdrop before, finds it's really hard to work out across social media what the real interest is. Never like it when they do that, it's kind of cheap. Then there's the hard cap, as we said, 18 million for a dApp, no. Then we move on to the slow roadmap, not getting the whole offering out, advertising to customers till fourth quarter in 2019. Maybe this is the nature of the beast, so it's going to affect the short-term prospects. Then we have viral growth. They'll build and build this in 2 countries. They have 10,000 tablets, so many merchants, so many partnerships, but it takes effort, time, talking. And it's not suddenly overnight, boom, going to explode and people start signing up like crazy. They need to be onboarded, brought in, trained. And so it's going to have a very slow but steady but good growth pattern, but it's going to affect the profiling of when it could be successful. So on a short term, absolutely neutral. On a long term, now I'm going to say this being a long term, over 3 years. It's a steady line of growth they can have. It's a very prospective sector. I think they can be very, very successful. So I'm bullish, but only after 3 years. And honourable mentions go this week to DX Chain. Remember, they were being reviewed by me a couple of weeks ago, said they were very prospective, it was all great, and they were getting a lot of interest. They structured the end of their sales as a kind of lottery, so you got whitelisted, you got in there tier 1, tier 2, or you're through to tier 1, you can buy on the first stage, tier 2 then comes in, and they're selling to tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then there's the great unwashed, the rest of the whitelist comes in at the end of the sale. And almost as if they were like taking the piss out of people, or they were like brain dead and just don't know what's going on with the game, like childlike mistakes. On the final day, as they open the sale up, they didn't lock the tokens down, or maybe it's a dirty deal with some of the early investors. And suddenly, as people are queuing up to buy the last of the tokens, with at the same time, it appears on a small exchange called Bilaxy at slightly cheaper price than in the ICO. The first investors dumping those tokens out. What a schoolboy error. I'm Dave Young from CryptoVest.com. This was Token Talk. If you like what we're doing, if you want to keep up with the game, you want to be subscribing. Stay current, stay valid, stay tuned. Till next time.